Our story begins with a man named Terry. He comes to a small city riding his bicycle. At first glance, he looks like an ordinary passenger, but there is something in him that comes into the eyes of the local police. Two officers, one of whom is named Steve, start following Terry suddenly, without any warning. They push Terry off his bicycle. Terry falls to the ground, and the officers immediately arrest him. Although he had not done anything wrong, Steve looks at Terry suspiciously and asks, "What were you doing here?" Terry calmly replies that he was going to the courthouse. His brother Michael is in jail, and he had to bail him out. Steve asks again, "Did your brother take drugs?" Terry strongly refuses. The officers check Terry's bag, and $30,000 cash comes out of it. His eyes widen. Steve immediately asks, "Where did this money come from?" Terry directly replies that he had earned this money by selling his car so that he could get his brother bailed out because his brother has no one but him. But the officers do not believe. They think that Terry is a drug dealer and this money has been earned illegally. Terry even tells his boss's name for proof, but they just laugh. Then they take all his money and put a receipt in his hand and say, "Take it. It will get your brother bailed out." Terry goes straight to the courthouse. He thinks maybe this paper will come in handy. He meets a court clerk, Elliot, on the counter. Terry tells him that his brother Michael is in jail and he has come to get him bailed out. Elliot looks at his computer and says, "Bail is $10,000. Save that much money, then you will get the release papers." Terry says he has no money. He says that the police have taken all the money and they have only been given this paper. Elliot looks at the paper and says, "This is not my problem. This is between you and the police. Nothing will happen until 10,000 come." Saying this, he closes his office and leaves. Terry is helpless and stands there. Then a court clerk named Summer notices Terry's problem. After Elliot's departure, she comes to Terry and asks, "What happened?" Terry tells everything. How did the police stop him? How did they take his money? And how was he given only a useless paper? Summer listens carefully. Then she explains that it was a situation like an arrest. The police had seized his money and says that you still need $10,000 to get your brother released. Terry is surprised and asks why they are doing this to him. Summer is about to say something that a police officer passes by. She quickly takes Terry out so that they can talk in a safe way. Coming out, Summer explains that Terry does not know anything about the laws and rules here. She advises him to give money and release his brother and get out of here. Otherwise, he will be in trouble. Then she asks what his brother had done. Terry's face becomes serious. He tells that some charges have been imposed on his brother and he has been put in jail. 2 days later, his brother has to be transferred to another jail, which is a very dangerous place for him. Terry explains that a gang had committed a murder and his brother had become a witness to that incident. Because of his testimony, the gang's boss is locked up in the same jail where his brother is being sent. If his brother gets there, they will kill him. So Terry wants to bail out his brother. After hearing all this, Summer says that keep the money ready. She will get the bail papers ready, but nothing will happen without money. Terry says yes, but he does not have money. He decides that he will have to go back to the police station. After reaching the police station, Terry meets Steve again. Then the police chief Thomas comes. Thomas himself had written a false report in which it was shown that it was Terry's fault. Terry takes out his car papers and shows them to Thomas. Says, "Look at my car papers. I had collected the money by selling this car." He explains that he only needs $10,000 for his brother's bail. If Thomas wants, keep the rest of the money. Just give him $10,000 so that he can get his brother out. Hearing Terry, Thomas says that he will definitely get him to meet his brother. He says, "Come here at 8 a.m. tomorrow. You will find your brother." Terry agrees and spends the night in the jungle. The next morning, Terry comes to the police station again. He sees that a car is leaving there right now. When he goes to Thomas, Thomas says that he has come late. His brother has just left from here. Hearing this, Terry starts following that car on his cycle so that he can meet his brother. When he meets Michael, he tells him that he will have to appeal for security as soon as he reaches the jail because the people there know his identity and his life is in danger. Coming back, Terry calls his boss to arrange the money. When he asks for $10,000, his boss says that Terry has made a big mistake by telling the police about him. The police there had told everything to the police of his city, and they have confiscated everything by printing it on his office. Now there is nothing left to give to the boss. Terry understands that he will not get any help from the boss. Now he has no way left. He goes to the court again and meets Summer. He tells that his brother has been transferred, and now his life is in danger. Before reaching the jail, he wants to get him bailed. Summer takes him aside and says that there is no alternative other than giving money. She explains that she will bring the money and give it to the judge, and only then the bail papers will be able to come out. Terry says that he is going and will come back with the money, but he does not get money from anywhere. So he goes to the police station again to talk to Thomas. As soon as Thomas sees Terry, he says that his brother is not here and he should go quietly. Terry says that he should give only $10,000 out of his money so that he can get his brother released. He tells that his brother is in danger in that jail. Thomas says that maybe Terry does not know, but the government does not give him any money. He explains that when they seize money, their expenses run from it, so he could not get the money. Then he says in a cool way that it would be better for Terry to get out of here quietly. As soon as Thomas pulls out his pistol, Terry catches him. Steve also comes out, but Terry easily attacks him. After snatching Steve's pistol, he again catches Terry catches them both and takes them to the police station. There is a police officer, Sammy, inside. She can't do anything because Terry has a gun in his hand. At Terry's behest, she herself ties Steve and Thomas with a handcuff. Then she takes Terry to the property room where his money is kept. She gives Terry only $10,000 out of that money. After taking $10,000, Terry takes out all the bullets from Sammy's gun and empties the gun. Then he says that he just has to get out of here peacefully. He does not want to harm anyone because there was no bloodshed. Sammy listens to him and takes him out. She makes Terry sit in her car. Some people are standing outside to whom Sammy says that everything is under control. After this, she leaves Terry quite far from the city. Terry takes his cycle and leaves from there, but it was not easy to escape. The police were still after him. Terry immediately takes his money and reaches the court. As soon as Elliot gets the money, he prepares the bail papers. The judge also signs on those papers. But when Terry is about to take the papers, the police reach there. They arrest Terry and take him with them. These people do not take Terry to jail, but bring him to Thomas. Thomas takes Terry to a hospital. There he returns all his money and car papers to Terry. Thomas also gives Terry another car and says that now he can start a new business with it, and he has also got his money back. Then Thomas tells that in the jail where his brother was transferred, there was a fight. In that fight, his brother was seriously injured. He is still admitted in the same hospital. Terry can go and meet him if he wants. Hearing all this, Terry becomes very emotional. He already had an idea that his brother would not survive in that jail. When Terry goes inside and meets his brother, he finds out that his brother is not injured but dead. His brother was stabbed many times. He died because of those injuries. Terry leaves from there, keeping his brother's body in the right place. Summer goes to leave him for the last time. On the way, Summer shows a full report to Terry. Her intention was to tell Terry that how dirty and illegal the police are working there. But Terry does not care about all this anymore. He just writes his number and gives it to Summer and leaves from there. At night, the scene shifts to Summer's house. Summer is sleeping. That suddenly someone comes to her house and gives her an intoxicating injection and leaves. Looking at the car outside the house, Summer understands that it was the police. The effect of drugs was increasing on her body. That's why she immediately takes out her phone and calls Terry for help. Terry takes his car and goes straight to Summer's house. When he reaches there, he sees that Summer is trying to put water on herself and control her consciousness. By putting water, the effect of drugs was slowly decreasing. Summer says that she cannot go to the hospital because if she goes, a drug report will be made against her. But even without the report, the next day, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a new video.